The Astral Summon Crate is here, and I'm here to go over some of my favorite units that dropped in it. So stay tuned. Let me know what your favorite unit is in the comments, and can you guess which one my favorite unit is? All right, let's get into it. So first off, we have Stunyon. Stunyon's a really cool unit. It behaves very similarly to Electric Root, but I've just been saying it's a little bit worse than it. It has electric damage, which usually means that it's going to do a chain effect on all the enemies behind it. So it's dealing this damage to, even though it says unit damage, it's dealing it to all the enemies that are close enough to be affected by it. Next up, something really promising is Daisy. Daisy has a very interesting secret ability. This unit has a 10% chance of debuffing enemies so that they take 10% more damage. Basically, this unit is going to give you a chance to do more damage to the bosses, which is fantastic. That's something we always want, and really promising too, because that means we might get more units like this. Some units in the exclusives, the limited stocks. That would be really cool to see. Something more powerful than this in play would be fantastic to see. The next unit that I'm also impressed with in this Astral Summons box is this guy, the Seedling UFO. Seedling UFO is a spawner, and having a red spawner just in a loot box, I don't think we've gotten one of those before, which is fantastic. Don't sleep on these red items, guys. These are often pretty good, and spawners in particular can track your enemies all throughout the map. This one's going to be maxing out at 450 damage per second, which honestly, it's super strong coming out of a crate, and just being a 1% drop, that's 1 in 100. Next up is Roboflower. I don't have Mud Mauler to compare it to, but Roboflower does have a very interesting effect. The damage increases on this unit 20% per second, up to a maximum of 2x damage. If the unit is inactive, the damage streak restarts. Basically, you want to keep this unit in combat as long as possible, so maximizing the length it is around the field, and maximizing the time it is hitting units, because you want it to always be attacking. That means you want auto skip on, and you want it to be dealing damage, or else its damage will drop. I don't really like this, but I do like the concept, and I think it's pretty interesting that the devs are playing with more fun things like this in this patch. Alright, lastly, and my favorite, Linkberry. I am obsessed with this concept. This little guy is going to be doing 20% more damage each Linkberry you have laid down. So I'm going to jump into a little bit of graphing and show you what this really means. This is going to be an exponential graph, which is so cool to see, and I really want to see this in an exclusive unit, and I want to see it broken. I want to see this absolutely cracked. So like this video, comment down below, and let the devs know if you want a cracked unit like this. Alright, let's go into graphing. So starting at 0, it's going to stand for being 1 unit laid down. That's obviously 58 damage per second. Then 2 units is about 70 damage per second. 3 units is about 83 damage per second. 4 units is about 100 damage per second. And then 5 units is about 120 damage per second. What I was really hoping for is we would get like 20 units placeable, and that would be so awesome. That's what this black line here is showing. That's why I have the x equals 20 here. If we were able to place 20 link berries, each one would be doing 1,850, like about 53 damage, which is cracked. And I'm really hoping we get like another unit like this in the future, even if you increase initial starting DPS to maybe like 100, right? If we could get like some fun unit that you could place 20 of and they just exponentially increase, that would be awesome. Regardless, I'm really happy with this idea and concept as a whole, and I'm really curious to hear what you think that we'll get from the devs next, because this is fantastic. I want to see more of this unit, and I want to see more interesting things that units are doing like this. All right, see you in the next one. Bye, guys.